Hi, welcome to another edition of the Car Guide Car Review. This car which you have here sits in a bit of a hybrid position, but that's more like a pun. It's actually a full-on hybrid. It's Kia's Niro SUV hybrid. Now the reason why I say it's a hybrid position is I've not seen an SUV that's so small, so squat, and so like a station wagon in a long time. But this just manages to stay a little above that station wagon category. Interiors are all, of course, pretty much what you'd expect from a modern day Kia. Quality is there. The instrument panel and interfaces are all very upmarket, monotone, but very rich in terms of the presentation. And the car itself is it's a learning process when you drive this, because it's like the Prius which had come before and set the benchmark in the segment. But in this case, the SUV portion of it is not really fulfilled because it's a front wheel drive only. The hybrid is a motor assist on the front axle, and so you get the front axle taking power both from the engine and from the motor. The intelligent part, of course, I'll just show you. I'll open the engine here. The intelligent part in this is all controlled by this little unit out here. It apportions the electric flows to the motor or back to the battery, and down there you can see a lot of extra stuff in here with a large heat sink, and the motor itself is sitting right down at this point in the engine bay. So that's your roughly around 140 horsepower power pack, but it offers a sport mode as well. That's something which you really don't expect in this car. Sport mode, nice drive. In fact, in sport mode, the steering wheel stiffens far more than I've felt in any other Kia yet. It's a nice, engaging drive. The overall appeal of the car comes from its ability to just start off as a battery-driven car. Get out of your parking, get into drive mode, and then the engine kicks in. And overall, the response on this car is so much closer to what you would feel like in a sedan than in an SUV. But it's going to be a tough sell for Kia, in fact, to actually push this as an SUV, because look at the ground clearance of the car. That's not SUV in any sort of SUV territory. It's 9,000 odd riyals for this hybrid. It's definitely a good package in terms of any other hybrid in the market in terms of its pricing. It has all the features that you would expect from a Kia. It, of course, sacrifices something in terms of that 9,000 segment because of the cost of the hybrid. You get manually operated driver seats, but the air conditioning is fully automatic. If you just pop in here, we'll have a look at the interiors. Start this up, and that's all. The engine started. But it's not technically the engine having started at all. But in here, when you look at the air conditioning, this is the only car where I've actually seen the ability for the driver to hog all the air conditioning. In effect, switching off the blowers on that side. So it economizes as much as possible, and it gives this overall proposition of a car which looks at the fuel efficiency element, which is currently being quoted around 24 kilometers a liter. That means it's going to get to Salalah in a tank. It's time for a verdict on this car. We've been driving it from yesterday. It drives very well. 120 plus speeds are pretty much handled like a sedan rather than an SUV. It feels very planted. The steering wheel has some of the firmest feedback yet in a Kia that I've seen. Down here, you've got the ability to switch it into sport mode, where of course it currently is. Otherwise, in the normal drive mode, it tends to remain in a very eco mode. So the battery is the king there. Even now, as we are coming down this slope, and I'm using the brakes, the battery is getting charged, and that brings me to the verdict. At 9,000 odd riyals, would I buy this car? Yes, despite all the hard plastics inside, despite the fabric seats, despite the manually operated seats, this car is pretty much worth every penny that you're going to spend on it, because it's all in the technology under that hood and inside this dashboard, and at the back there sitting in the battery pack. So if you see here, from yesterday we've been driving this car, and the fuel gauge has not shifted an iota. It's still full. So if I'm to believe this, it means I have consumed no fuel at all from yesterday. Well, no, that it's just that it's not shifted from there. It's a full tank, and it still gives me a range of more than 800 kilometers to the next fuel filling. That's the reason why you're going to buy this car, and that's the reason why I would recommend the Niro as an option if you are looking for a vehicle which is intelligent, which is responsive, and which of course fulfills all your utilitarian needs of carrying your family and your dog and the cargo in the back. It does it all. This is Raj Warrior from Car Guide, signing off. We'll have another interesting session with some other car one of these days. Till then, see ya. Bye.